Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. And before we begin this particular video, I want to thank each and every one of you Iron Breakers out there that repeatedly mentioned in my comment section or mentioned during my live streams or private messaged me or sent me mentions on Twitter asking, Rurikhan, are you going to be checking out Red Dead Redemption 2? Because as most of you will know by now, I was not particularly interested in it. I have nothing against Red Dead Redemption, but quite simply the first one didn't click with me as much as apparently it clicked with a lot of people, so I wasn't really looking forward to number 2. But because of the overwhelming number of requests that I had from you guys, I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead, let's go buy it, let's go check it out, let's live stream it and see whether or not it is something that I'm going to be interested in. Oh my god. I started live streaming it yesterday over on Twitch. We streamed for, I think, almost 9 hours, and I had a complete blast the entire time. Like, I'm talking about, I don't think that there's a single thing that I can point at this game and be like, oh, I really didn't like this thing, or this thing really bothered me. I mean, I know that if you watch that stream, there is something that I will mention a couple of times that I'm like, oh man, it really sucks that you lose your horses when you die, because like you have to kind of form this bond with your horse, and if you die, you lose your horse. But in a way, it's like, dude, it's a death penalty. Like that's actually a good thing. That incentivizes you not to put yourself in the situations that you might now walk away from. And I don't know if there's some kind of horse insurance that might unlock further down the line or something along those lines. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I haven't looked into it too much, but after really thinking about it, it doesn't really bother me that much because, again, it gives you a penalty for dying, gives you a reason not to put yourself in situations that you're not going to walk away from. But anyways, let's talk about the overall feel of the game. And the very first thing that comes to mind when I think about the time that I've spent yesterday on live stream with this game is just the overwhelming amount of polish, which is something that I find particularly important, especially because of the videos that I had to do on another recent game that I don't want to bring up right now. But the overwhelming amount of polish in this game is amazing. Is there a little bit of open world jank here and there? Sure. But overwhelmingly, it is just like everything is so well done. From the lighting system of this game that keeps blowing me away. Like whenever you change the weather from, like, say it's a sunny day to being overcast to being in the middle of a blizzard. Like, the lighting of the game changes so dramatically that it gives you a completely different feel. The detail of when you go from the outside to the inside of a building and everything is actually too dark. Like, this is on purpose. Like, a lot of people are like, why is everything so dark? And then your eyes, like, adjust to the vision slowly, and then things kind of light up. Or when you go from the inside of a building where you can see just fine to the outside and there's a lot of light and everything just kind of blanks out and you can barely see. Like, it gives you an extremely realistic feeling, okay? And the lighting is definitely one of the things that has blown me the most away. Like, because it almost looks like a completely different game depending on the time of day that you have, which is really, really, really well done. Then the other thing is the animations. The animations are just gorgeous all around. Like, it is friggin' fantastic. Like, some of you guys might have experienced glitches. I have no doubt in that because, again, it is an open world game, so there are a lot of situations that sometimes are unpredictable. But in my 9 hours of live streaming yesterday, everything was just like friggin' pitch perfect when it came to animations, to the point where one of the things that blew me away as well was the level of detail that happens in terms of unit collision. Because I was chasing down this dude because of one of the missions, right? He hops on a horse, he's running away. So I hop on another horse, and I run away as well. I run in after him. And, you know, I'm used to horses in games not really being that big of a deal. You can usually just trample through everything and, you know, people just kind of glitch through, or maybe they'll get stepped aside automatically in order to prevent, you know, any kind of issues. And the way it happened was someone crossed paths with me as I was riding, trying to find this person. I didn't even think twice. I was like, dude, whatever. It's probably just going to get brushed aside. No, my horse rammed into that person, and I fell to the ground, and I failed the mission. And I was so happy. I was so happy because of that. Because, like, look, the amount of detail. Like, the fact that I ran into this person, I ran up against them, and my horse fell down, and I failed the mission because I didn't even think that they would have made that level of detail on collisions with horses and stuff, that could happen. And I was, again, I was just super blown away. So far, it's been a pretty impressive experience. Another thing that I really enjoyed that I was super surprised by was the gunplay. There's and I don't think that it was this good in Red Dead Redemption 1. Like some of you guys might say, oh no, it was already that good in Red Dead. I'm not going to agree or disagree with you guys because it's been a long time since I played the original Red Dead Redemption, right? But there's a sense of weight to the gunplay that I really like. Like whenever you take a shot, the way the controller vibrates and the visual feedback that you get from the shot that you have taken, like it just feels super solid to the point where there's also a very big sense of weight to your character. Your character doesn't feel floaty at all. You feel like an actual character in this game. Like the way that he moves, it's very deliberate. It's, I don't know, there's just something about it to the sensation of weight. Whether you're on your character, whether you're on your horse, there's always a feeling of weight and momentum and purpose to just about everything that is happening on screen. And I can't even explain it because I don't think I've ever seen a third-party game do that well on a console. You know, because usually when you're talking about especially on PS4, because I'm playing this on PS4 Pro, I've heard from people that the Xbox One X version looks even better and is even more amazing and all of these other things. But it's like on a PS4, like whenever you're talking about the best looking games, the best feeling games, they're usually first party titles. Like you're talking about an Horizon Zero Dawn, you're talking about a God of War, a Spider-Man. Those kinds of games are the ones that really tend to excel, you know, first party titles. And look, I love Monster Hunter World to death. It's still my favorite game that came out this year, hands down. That's just because of my bias towards Monster Hunter World, which I even mentioned on the channel trailer, that I'm biased towards Japanese games, stuff like that, right? So, but even then, right, I feel that for a third-party game, Red Dead Redemption 2 does a better job with the animations and the way the visuals work and just about everything else. Like I was not expecting it to just feel so amazing. Like I'm literally blown away. I was super surprised. The level of polish on it is just. And then in terms of the story, what I've experienced so far, I'm not going to go into spoiler territory because I know that a lot of you guys are going to be concerned about spoilers. I've played 9 hours and I've spent a lot of time doing side stuff because that's just me. If I'm enjoying a world of a game, I could just spend hours doing side content if it's fun, and in this case it has been. I've been looking for bounties that you can get from the sheriff's office, and there's always a funny little story behind each of the bounties, which I personally really appreciate, because it's not just like go here, get this guy, bring him back. There's always a little bit of voice acting, there's always a little something that gives you purpose. And it's just really good. Like I'm gonna tell you guys one of the side quests that I've done. I have to do it. I have to just give you a little bit of context. So they sent me after this lady, right? I forget her name. Was Annie? Emmy? I don't know. They sent me after this lady, and they were like, oh yeah, she's been killing people. She kind of seduces them and then kills them. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I go chasing after her, and I find her in a place, and she's talking with this other dude. And I'm sneaking up on him, trying to see if I can take her down peacefully. But she spots me, and then she's like, "Oh, fight him! Stop him from capturing me!" She tells this to the dude that's there with her, and he's like, "Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead with this gentleman." She pulls out a knife, knifes this guy in the throat. Dude's just like bleeding to death. I'm like, "What the hell?" So I go up to her, I think, what did I do? Oh yeah, I just lassoed her, threw her on the ground, and then I hog-tied her, put her on the horse. And then the cool thing, whenever you're taking prisoners on your horse, they start talking to you. So like they'll try to reason with you so that you'll let them go. And you can punch them in the face. So basically, this lady was on the back of my horse getting punched in the face all the way until we got to jail. Because she was just constantly trying to seduce me, and I'm like, nope, not falling for that. Punch her in the face. Nope, punch her in the face again. Again, it's just it's the little things, guys. The little things that make a difference. And I've lost more horses than I'd care to admit, which is another good thing because it tells you that the game is challenging. There, at this point in time, at least I couldn't find a difficulty level setting. And it made me happy because the game still felt challenging, depending on the things that you're trying to do. So, like, sometimes I'll go to places where I'm wanted, and there'll be a bunch of dudes chasing after me and killing me. As a matter of fact, I died to an ambush because I've been doing missions against these targets that are story-based, and then they just kind of showed up, like a whole posse of like 6, 7 of them, and gunned me down. I was like, what the hell? And I think you even lose some money when you die like that. But yeah, there's so many cool things. Like, for instance, say you get yourself in a fight, right, in the middle of the street, and there's like mud on the ground and stuff. You get yourself in a fight, your character gets all dirty and stuff, and then there's actually other characters that will start reacting negatively to you because you are dirty, so you have to go into the hotel and get yourself a bath. And then when I was in the bath, there's like this little detail which you hear a female character going like, hey, you need a little help in there, honey? And I was like, they even tell, oh, 50 more cents, deluxe bath. And I was like, what the hell, dude? It's those little things that make the whole difference, that really keep you immersed into the world of a game. Really, just like the little details that you will experience throughout the game. Like, I also wanted to go out hunting during one of the sections of the game because there's this quest that they sent me out to hunt this legendary bear, and I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be super easy. It's a bear. I'm gonna buckshot it to death. What's the big deal? So I get there. The bear just jumps me like immediately. I wasn't even able to react in time. Chat was just making fun of me. And there's this really detailed, gory animation of the bear just mauling my character to death. And I was like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? That's insane. So my character died, but eventually I went back and I hunted the bear. And this is one of the things that has frustrated me the most in the game, because after I hunted the bear and I skinned him and I took his pelt, and I was feeling, yeah, I'm a badass. I killed that bear. And then I was coming back to town because I was gonna either sell the pelt or I don't even know what I wanted to do with the pelt. I want to go back to camp and show the guy that took me up the bear, like, look, I killed a bear. Here's the pelt. And that's when I got ambushed by the posse of dudes. They killed me. And the thing that frustrated me the most, I think, wasn't even losing the horse. It was the fact that I lost my bear pelt that I fought so hard to get. But when you get stories like this out of a game, and I don't even consider this to be part of the main story, then you know that there is really something special there. And in my opinion, at least that's the way that I feel. I'm going to be live streaming it some more today. I want to check out more. I want to experience more. I want to have more fun. There's also a base building aspect to it. At least I'm very early on when it comes to that stuff, so I haven't done a whole lot. But basically, you're part of this camp, this gang of dudes, and you have to like donate money to the camp, and then you can have better facilities. You can improve the. And I say better facilities. We're talking about tents and caravans and stuff like that, right? But as you progress through the game, you'll be able to upgrade your camp using money. Whenever you get a large sum of money, usually you have to give part of it to the camp because you're all part of a gang and you all take care of each other. And again, I don't remember most of the story of Red Dead Redemption 1, but I think that a lot of the characters that I'm interacting with right now were actually major characters in Red Dead. I mean, one of them, definitely, I'm not going to say who, but one of them was definitely a major character in Red Dead Redemption 1. But, yeah, guys, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. If you guys were wondering what my hot take on this game is if you're hesitant, if you're on the fence, I highly recommend. It's highly recommended by me. Just get it. I've had people ask me whether or not it is worth it to buy a console just to play this game, and it's like, I would never advise people to get a console for one game. I've mentioned this previously on a Nintendo Switch video. I would always, if you're buying a console, do it for more than one game, despite the fact that this game is fucking amazing. Buying a console is still a pretty beefy investment, in my opinion. So I'll leave that up to you. What I can tell you is that I'm enjoying the game immensely, and I'm super happy that so many of you guys kind of like messaged me about it and told me, Rurikhan, you should check it out. You should really check it out. Because again, I was not hyped for it at all, and now it has easily become one of the best games that I've played this year. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave it a like. If you enjoy my usual videos, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you're always notified when I go online. And you will probably be seeing a couple of more Red Dead Redemption videos as I move forward, because I'm going to be playing and live streaming the crap out of this game. Hopefully I'll see you guys there on Twitch. I will be trying to upload the Twitch archive onto YouTube as well, because I know that a lot of you guys want to see a full playthrough and all of that stuff, and you can't watch Twitch for reasons. So I'll upload it here. It will probably be as unlisted, but then I will mention it in the community tab, provide you with a link to the playlist as we move forward, so that we get an archive of the full playthrough of that game, because there's been some pretty friggin' hilarious moments in there. Anyway, here's 2 video suggestions that you guys might enjoy. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.